How did a post-COVID grad working as a server start a photography company from a kitchen countertop? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what I did to land my first client, including how I built my portfolio with no professional studio lights, how I landed my first client, and exactly what I charged and how you could charge more. Be sure to stay tuned until the very end and I'll show you exactly how you can make big money on your very first project. So let's rewind to the moment that I first discovered product photography. I honestly didn't even know that this was a career that people did. I mean, I knew people were influencers and they took pictures of people's products for social media, but I never quite thought about who takes the professional pictures that you see on the website or on the big banners in stores. Funny enough, like most of you, I was scrolling on social media one evening when I came across a video that looked a lot like this. 3 creative product picture ideas in 30 seconds. 1. Use a mirror to create an otherworldly glowing effect. 2. Try using glass cups and a bathroom shelf to create a bathroom shelfie. 3. Simply take the ingredient and balance the product on it. I was so intrigued that I went spiraling down a rabbit hole all night long. Here we had a business model that not only allows you to work from home, but it's something that you can easily scale up to 6 figures in the first year, and that is exactly what we did. The coolest part, however, is that you can mold this business to fit any lifestyle. You can focus on creating lifestyle content and get paid to travel around the world, or you can open up your own studio and work with models, or you could take a more simple approach like us and simply turn your guest bedroom into a home studio and you get to work from home all the time and it's great. But I understand that space is not always convenient, especially in the beginning. I mean, the first whole year and a half of us starting this company, we worked from a kitchen countertop in our 700 square foot apartment. And let me tell you, space was tight. But by now, I'm sure you're wondering, how the heck did we land our actual first client? Well, let's begin with phase 1. In order to get clients, I had to show brands that I was actually capable of producing decent images. But with no access to backdrops, props, or studio lighting, how was I supposed to do this? Well, thankfully, being raised in the era of DIYs, I remembered that craft stores sell packs of design paper for like 15 bucks. I mean, these packs come with brick, marble, wood, clouds, you name it, they have everything. So now that I had my backdrops, what do I do about the products? So I went to the kingdom of bargain deals, otherwise known as TJ Maxx, where I picked up several different products, all for under 10 bucks a piece. The secret is to focus on finding products with really nice packaging, because if the products look good, it doesn't take much work for your images to look good as well. I'd like to make it very clear that at the time I had no access to studio lights. I came home and I set up my scene in front of a large window and used natural light to fill in all of my shots. It is 100% okay to use natural lighting. However, I would just recommend investing in proper lighting as soon as possible. That way you have more control over all of your shots and you don't have to wait until midday to shoot everything. If you need help finding which lights are best for you, I'll link our article below, Best Budget Lights Under $300 for Product Photography. That way you can make an informed decision on your first investment. Now, once I had 5 to 10 photos ready to go in my portfolio, it was time to move on to phase 2, which was pitching my services. Because I was new to product photography, I knew that I had to target smaller brands that were also new in their industry. I had no prior experience in this field, I had no website, I had no client reviews, and I certainly had not invested in any sort of education, so my options were limited. Nonetheless, I was on a mission and I was gonna succeed. And so one of the first companies I came across was Bella & Co, and here is the pitch that I sent. My name is Brittany Lefebvre and I'm a freelance Florida-based photographer. I'm reaching out to see if you'd be interested in working with me to create eye-catching content to level up your social media presence. I will include pictures of my recent work below. If you'd like more, I'm happy to send you a portfolio. I look forward to hearing your response. Knowing what I know now, that pitch is awful, and if you were to send that to an established company, you'd most likely be left on red. I didn't include any kind of greeting like hello or hi. There was no need for me to put my first and last name, and never use the word freelancer because I find that it completely discredits you as a professional. And I always say that if you want people to pay you like a big company, then you have to present like a big company, even if you're not. Since Bella & Co was also a new company, the owner was incredibly sweet and responded the same day, asking for a price list. Funny enough, I never actually thought that far ahead. I was so focused on getting clients that I never actually stopped to consider what I should be charging them. But instead of saying that I don't have one, I told her that I would create one and send it over to her later. See, the secret in business is to think of it like improv. There's this exercise in theater called yes and it helps actors build scenes together. It's all about accepting what your scene partner offers and then adding to it to keep the story going. Here's how it works. No matter what your partner says or does, you accept it as part of the reality. If they say, "Look at this amazing spaceship," you acknowledge that there's a spaceship. Then you follow it up with "and." So after accepting, you add your own piece to the scene. For example, if they say, "Look at this amazing spaceship," you might respond with, "Yes, and it looks like it's ready to take off to Mars." This technique encourages collaboration, creativity, and active listening. But what does this have to do with photography? Well, if you treat all situations with this mindset, you can overcome a lot of challenges. So when my first client asks me about having that pricing list, I did not just say, "I do not have one." I acknowledged that I don't have one to send over and followed it up with, "I'll send one over this evening." The reality of running a business is that there will always be times where you don't know the answer to something. It's just whether you choose to focus on the solution or the problem that makes all the difference. But now let's move on to phase 3, pricing your work. Before sharing these numbers, I'd like to make it clear that we now charge over 3 figures for every single image. But when you're just starting out, you have nothing to back your pricing. However, I'm gonna show you a trick around this in just a minute. Here's the exact pricing list that I offered my first client. I thought that I could offer more value to my clients by offering them a price bundle system. However, I did quickly realize that this actually hurts you as a photographer. You see, every project is unique. Some require props, some require more editing, and some products just simply look really bad and you have to spend a lot of extra time to make it look good. This is why we now charge per image instead of doing that bundle pricing structure. For this project, the client ended up picking the Crowd Pleaser bundle, which was 5 images for $115, which breaks down to $23 an image. At the time, I thought I hit the jackpot, until I realized that there was way more money to be had in this industry. What was really cool about this experience is that the client actually opened up to me and told me that this was her first time ever hiring a photographer, making this a first for both of us. She had so many questions, which was really helpful for me when preparing for future clients. Now, I don't want you to think that because I charged $20 for my first image that you have to as well. If you put in the work up front and properly create your business, then you can jump straight into higher paying clients. This means having legit looking branding, building a simple website to showcase your portfolio so you're not just DMing images to people, and using welcome packets to outline your services to answer all of the questions people might have, which makes you look more trustworthy and it makes them more comfortable when it comes to hiring you. Thankfully, there is one place that gives you everything you need to successfully start and run your photography company the right way from day one. This includes a welcome packet, contract, and pitching guides filled with DMs that we use in our business today that have landed us almost $20,000 in projects just from Instagram DMs. There's also an in-depth website building walkthrough to help you build a comprehensive website with a home, about, and contact page, plus exclusive tutorials teaching you how to create content that people actually want to see. I'm talking set design, camera settings, video settings, and even editing. And most importantly, how to price your services. I can guarantee that this is going to be one of the best investments you will ever make for your future self. The link to the course and all of the resources mentioned in this video will be in the description down below, and I hope to see you in the classroom.